Hello everybody, bit of a different video. Today we're simply going to talk about how I came to Gorilla Tag and why I even started making content with it. And a little bit behind the scenes of my YouTube channel as well. Now this isn't meant to be like some peak comedy masterpiece, by the way. I'm literally just talking. There's going to be a few cuts here and there, but not like major editing. Anyways, let's get to it. So, how I first came to Gorilla Tag was it all started in 2022. As most of you probably know, it came out in 2021, early beta in 2020, and back in 2022, I just made simple Minecraft content. I was literally just some random kid that was trying to make Minecraft content thinking, wow, this is gonna be great, because now I'm seeing it's definitely not. But anyways, that's besides the point. Point is, I went to my friend's house this one time, and he had just gotten an Oculus for Christmas. Now, when I first saw him, cast it to his phone and show me gameplay of this random game called Gorilla Tag, I thought, wow, he's, really good at this game. This is crazy. And, now looking back, he wasn't really. Although he's much better now, I'll say that. And, I asked if I could give it a try, because I thought it was going to be easy. So I hop on Gorilla Tag, and I was blown away. I was not ready to be so terrible at a VR monkey game where you move with only your hands. So I get in, and I'm literally swinging my arms as hard as I can, trying to move around in the game. And boy, I was bad. I swung my arms, I'd move it like this, and I'd move all the way over here, and it was just really crazy. And after I was done with that experience, I was like, there is no way I'm ever gonna play this game again. I did try a few other VR games, but nothing really compared to this. And so at that point, I thought I was pretty much just done for Gorilla Tag, that I was never gonna see it ever again. Well, then I started making some other content like Rocket League, Fall Guys, things like that. And I started seeing it coming up on my YouTube feed every once in a while from YouTubers like Jmancurly and VMT, but still didn't really think anything of it besides, wow, these guys are pretty good at the game. Still didn't think I was ever gonna get back into playing this. Then I started making some Sonic Speed Simulator content, which most of you probably still haven't heard of. You probably just know me from my Gorilla Tag videos. And anyways, I started seeing this on my feed a lot more, and I'm like, alright, I'm kind of done with Sonic Speed Simulator. The game started getting really grindy, you had to grind. You could not touch grass if you wanted some new character skins. And I got kind of tired of the grinding after a while, so eventually I decided I need new content. And that's when I thought of this VR monkey game. And then I started watching some more Gorilla Tag videos, and then I realized, wow, there's actually a lot of cool things in this game. I was specifically interested in the beach map as well, hence why my first video of Gorilla Tag was actually tips and tricks in beach map, and still to this day it is my favorite map. But at that point I thought I knew every map, turns out I didn't. I think I didn't know of mountains, and I didn't know that there was maps that got revamped actually. I thought all the maps just always stayed the same. So then, in summer of 2023, just last year, I started saving up money by doing jobs wiring through walls and stuff to get enough money in order to buy this game. Well, specifically buy a VR headset to get the game. And eventually, right when the Quest 3 was about to come out, I eventually got a Quest 2. I saw some reviews on the Quest 3 and I was thinking about which one I should get, but I figured out that since the rings are on the Quest 2, it actually gives for some better tracking. No offense to any Quest 3 users. So then I got the game. At that point, it had been roughly 2 months since I'd posted a single video. The last video I made was getting some character skin in Sonic Speed Simulator. And I honestly thought about quitting YouTube because I just was not finding any success. And I had just started making thumbnails too, which was kind of sad because they still didn't really look that good. But eventually I decided it was time. It was time to get into this monkey game. And while I didn't make content still for another 4 months, I was really interested in this monkey game where you move around with your arms. Even though a year before that, I thought, this game is absolutely crazy. There's no way I'm doing this again. So I eventually start looking at the different updates and different cosmetics, I think the first update that I ever played in was like the back to school update, because I remember there being like hopscotch on the ground here. Anyways, as a new player, of course, you only start off with 500 shiny rocks, so I knew there's no way I'd have enough shiny rocks to buy anything from the back to school update. And I'm still not good at saving up my shiny rocks. I see a cosmetic I want and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna save up for that, especially since it's seasonal and I have to wait till next year if I don't get it. Yet still, most cosmetics I just find in that store, which is the non-seasonal store, aka the nice gorilla store, and I just buy something there instead, and I'm like broke. Which is why right now I actually only have 1,000 shiny rocks. So then the next update came, which was the volcano update, which I think was called like forest lava or something. And I, as a new player, absolutely hated this update. Sure, the volcano was cool with the lava that rises, but I wasn't happy because, being a new player, I was not good at walls, branching, or pretty much anything. I was still trying to learn to move on the ground, and I was probably still moving like this every once in a while. So I tried to mainly stay out of forest and just kind of go to beach, which was my favorite map anyway, so that worked out pretty well. But then I bought my very first seasonal cosmetic, and it was this little mug, lava mug thing right here. I thought it was cool because you could like pour lava out of it like this, even though it takes a while to like replenish. I thought this thing was cool, so I just kept it on my fit. Speaking of fit, this was my very first Gorilla Tag outfit. I was still the same color code, which still remains a mystery to you guys. But I wore these small glasses and this monkey hat, and I even had a different name. Instead of WizardVR, it was Monkey Man. Personally, this fit looks kind of ugly now, I think. That's why I always wear this outfit from now on. Then came the Halloween update. My favorite update of all time so far. I really like the fog and just the colors, like the purple and the green everywhere. And the cosmetics were great as well. And I also liked how you could spawn Lucy in every single map, especially Forest, when you could like make the low gravity potion with the flowers and stuff. And remember, I wasn't posting any videos at that time. The very first time that I posted a video, I think, was like at the very end of last year. I believe it was in the Christmas update. Because I started learning to wall run and things like that, and just branching overall in the fall update of last year. That update is when I learned a lot of things in advanced mechanics, like wall running, kind of what Lucio running was, things like that. While I wasn't really good at the game, I was getting much better. Definitely not looking like a new player anymore. I started getting a lot more comfortable with movement, and I really liked the game at that point. I also noticed that when I first started playing Gorilla Tag, I could extend my arm all the way, and it would only go like this far. Now it goes like this, and it's pretty crazy, because if I like turn my head and do this, then I have long arms. Eventually I beat competitive course and started playing in competitive lobbies, and then I started making content. I thought it would be pretty cool to make content on this silly monkey game, and it was pretty fun. Also, the thumbnails started getting much better, and I like my thumbnails now. I also started editing my videos, and I think that they look much better than they used to. All my videos before Sonic Speed Simulator didn't have thumbnails that I made and were not edited at all. They were the worst. So that's how I pretty much came to Gorilla Tag, and here we are now. WizardVR, wearing my bow tie, my pointy glasses, and my top hat. And then we're in this update with the Wild West stuff and the Pride Gym. And then we have the new thing in Mines that I just made a video on. In fact, I am going to have a video that's going to be uploaded on Saturday, so subscribe if you don't want to miss that and get notified for it. Or if you don't want to subscribe because you're not too sure about my channel yet, then just wait and come back to my channel on Saturday. Anyways, that's the end of this talk show type video, and I'll see you in the next one.